What is happening, everyone? Brian Mello here again over at Martys Buick GMC, and I'm sure you've probably seen my other 2021 GMC Yukon Denali video, but we just got this one in. It had black 22s. It looked really good, and I thought, you know what? You can never have too many 2021 Denali videos. So with that said, let's jump right into this. In front of me is a 2021 GMC Yukon Denali with the 420 horsepower 6.2 liter V8 under the hood, matched up with a 10-speed automatic transmission. This thing is Summit White, and as with most of my videos, as I'm sure most of you are aware by now, I'm going to do a quick walk around the outside, show you some of the highlighted features there, and then I will do the same on the inside. With all that said, let's dive right into this thing. So first things first, here is a look at your key fob. Pretty standard. You have your lock, your unlock, your remote start, lift and lower the lift gate, panic button, GMC logo on the back. It's, yeah, business as usual. I'm going to fire this thing up really quickly. 2 hits on the remote start. Of course, I'm always going to address it. You're going to see the LED day running lights flicker. They don't actually flicker. It's just the way that the camera picks them up. Fun fact, for those that haven't heard in other of my videos, LED lights flicker at a really high rate of speed that the human eye cannot pick up. However, things like this iPhone right here will. Let's shut it down. With that said, LED headlights, LED day running lights, you've got LED fog lights down low, and if we come down here at our front bumper, you're going to see you've got these little round dots. Those are your front parking sensors. You've got, of course, that big, bold Denali grille, and sitting right there underneath the GMC logo is the front camera for your HD surround vision camera system. I do have to say that the rain sure made this thing look really nice. That paint just pops. As we go around the side of the truck, you can see you've got your blacked out 22-inch wheels, and these are sitting on 275 Bridgestone tires. Very, very smooth, nice quiet ride. Bridgestone makes an excellent tire. You've got your GMC badge, just like the trucks, right sitting up there on the fender. You've got your Denali. You've got your Denali badging on the door. We do have power running boards. In fact, let's give you a quick peek at those. You can see those drop down. And I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there is a, once they fold back up, this line right here, that's actually an LED light that runs the entire length of the running board. So if you're getting in and out of this thing in the dark, it should be a little bit easier. You can actually see what you're doing. I'm going to back up so you can get a side profile of this thing. Absolutely beautiful truck. I love this thing with black wheels. If you're ordering one of these, get it with the black wheels. I am going to come up to the window sticker. Now, if you're watching this on PC, you should be able to pause this thing right now and view all the different options. We are watching this in 4K, so you should be able to look at everything detailed. If you're on mobile, you might be able to do it if you turn your phone to the side, but it might be a little bit difficult for you. Standard vehicle price, $71,400. With the added options that we built into this Denali, brings the total price to $80,215. You can see you've got your 22-inch wheels, the Denali premium package with the power steps, the panoramic roof, enhanced automatic braking, advanced security package, rear cameras, some nice stuff. Your side mirror here, of course, has integrated turn signals, and you can see there's another camera here for your HD surround vision camera system. Once we jump inside, I'll show you how that entire system works because it's really, really cool. We're gonna go around the back. Of course, it's a Denali, so you can see you've got your chrome trim around your windows, chrome trim running down low, matches up with that body line, so you can see you got your chrome trim here, and then that matches right up with that body line. Looks really good. Around the back, the design has changed quite a bit. The entire back is redesigned. First thing I always notice, you have quad exhaust now. Previous generations, you couldn't see the exhaust at all. I'm a fan of that. I'm kind of a car enthusiast, so I like that kind of stuff, especially with that 420 horsepower V8. I want to hear that thing sing. In fact, why don't we do this? Let's fire this thing up again. Yep, that's what I want out of my Denali. I don't know about you, but that makes me happy. Underneath the back, so this cap right here is covering up your trailer tow package, so it's all set up. Whatever you need to do, you'll be fine there. You've got your parking sensors here on the back. Once again, those little round dots. Denali badging in the bottom right-hand corner, Yukon in the bottom left. And if we look right here, you see yet another camera for your HD surround vision camera system. Once again, can that rain make this thing look any better? Got that red GMC badging and chrome trim that splits the middle of the lift gate, kind of breaks up that whole design. You've got the new LED tail lights, LED third brake light, and your rear wiper is hidden away underneath there as well. I'm going to open the back. In the back, you do have some space, even though this is not an XL, you do have some space to put some cargo, luggage, small dog, food, groceries, whatever the case may be. Over on the right side, we've got our controls to drop. We actually have the captain's chair pushed too far back, so that's why it's getting stuck there. But you can drop those flat. In fact, I won't be lazy, and I will show you. So hopefully I can do this without dropping the camera. I'm just going to grab this handle here to slide this seat forward. It might be a little tough. There we go. All right. There you go. So you can see that folds nice and flat there. And of course you can also fold the captain's chairs. I may have the passenger seat too far back too. We'll see. No, I'm good there. So lays flat. If you need to stuff a ton of groceries, you know, you're cooking for the Super Bowl and you need to pack this thing, you have no problem there. And of course, if I want to lift that seat back up, just one button and up she goes. We also have a full AC power outlet back here. This is great if you're going to, you know, maybe a kid's football game or a soccer game, or you're just tailgating, you need a place to plug in nice and easy. That's a very, very convenient thing to have. I'm going to shut this thing by using the button right here on the back. Down she goes. Of course, you can also use the remote if you like. Which brings us to the back. Now you will notice we did not order this one with the rear entertainment. So I know that's probably going to be a comment. They're like, well, I thought this thing had screens. It absolutely does if you option it out that way. This one is not optioned that way. One thing I do want to point out is this open pore wood grain trim with the aluminum and the gray stitching. I think it looks really, really good. They've stepped up their game on the interiors. You can see this cross-stitch design as well. Looks awesome. Aluminum everywhere, wood grain trim everywhere. As we look inside, you can see we've got our two captain's chairs. Once again, you can see this cross-stitched leather perforated here. Heated seats in the back, so your captain's chairs are heated. And you can see that one's dropped down from when we flipped it back in on the controls in the rear. Right here, you've got two USB-C ports. Of course, your rear climate controls, you can see you've got your heated seat buttons on either side. And then down low is another full AC power outlet. Never enough places to plug in. GM figured that one out. You're always plugging everything in, whether it's an iPad, an iPhone, your Android phones, tablets, computers. They wanted to make sure that you had plenty of places to plug in. I think they managed to do that quite well. Keyless entry, so as long as you have the key fob on your person, this button right here on the door handle, just walk up, hit that, door's gonna unlock for you. I'm going to give you a peek at your door panel here. Once again, really great design. I love that wood grain trim. You can see we do have a Bose audio system. You can see that Bose logo right there on that door speaker. Down here, we've got our controls for our power seat and power lumbar support. And I'm going to get in and get myself comfortable before we go over the interior, which thankfully, for the first time ever, the Denali interior is actually quite a bit different than the other models. The other models, if you've seen, have the display that kind of sticks out of the dash. This is all flush and built right into the dash. Looks great. I'm going to just throw this here in, foot on the brake, fire her up. Now, let me just turn this down and get us out of demo mode. Okay. Now, of course, if you're familiar with my channel, I'm going to go through this kind of quickly. If at the end you have any questions, concerns, comments, want to know more, or maybe I didn't highlight something that you're interested in, please leave a comment down below and I'll be happy to answer any of those questions for you. So let's dive right into this thing. Starting on the left side, you have your memory seat buttons, power windows, power mirrors, and of course you can power fold these in. You've got cameras built into these, so if you're on the city, you don't want to lose one of these mirrors. They are expensive. Power door locks. You've got your power parking brake. We've got lane departure warning, parking sensors on or off, traction control, hill descent control. You can turn off the auto start and stop feature. I'm not a big fan of that. I know every manufacturer is going that way. It does help with fuel economy. It just annoys me. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just getting old. Power outlets on or off. this is your heads-up display. I'm going to show this to you quickly. It does flicker. Once again, it's LED, so the camera picks it up as flickering. But this is a 15-inch, and hopefully you guys can see that. I know it's a little bit tough. You can see me scrolling through there, hopefully. That's your departure angle. There we go. You can kind of see it better right there. So I'm going through that. Forward collision alert. Speed, your navigation. 15-inch display. It's huge. Video is doing this no justice at all. You can adjust it. You can go up. You can go down wherever you want this. You can adjust the brightness. You can turn it down. I actually have this in my Camaro. I turn it off at night. It's just a little bit distracting to me, so I like that. During the day, I have it cranked up. Works great, but at nighttime, I usually turn it off. That's just me. So that is your heads-up display controls. On the left side, we have our four-wheel drive controls and mode selector. So if you're feeling froggy, you want to throw this thing in sport mode, or you're going off-roading, you can just change the mode by using this dial and just spinning it as I'm doing here. To the right, we have our headlight controls, gauge cluster brightness. Up on the steering wheel, we've got our heated steering wheel, forward collision alert, cruise controls. Right side of the steering wheel, we have our Bluetooth hands-free commands. And this little scrolly wheel, which we'll go through right now, is going to just go through all the different, if I can get this thing to focus in, come on, camera, you can do it. That's good enough. You can see I'm going through all the different diagnostics. We got a distance, our average MPG. We've got our fuel range, oil life. You can see brake pad life now. There it is right there, which is really cool. Our in-the-minute fuel economy. You can use your radio controls, your navigation, your hands-free phone controls, and of course you can adjust these to your liking in the settings. You see you can change your info pages here. Really cool. On the back of the steering wheel are your hands-free volume controls. You can see I'm turning the volume up and down. Nice, the sound of static, the sweet sounds of static. Over here we've got our big 10.2-inch full-color HD display. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, of course, AM, FM, XM satellite radio. We've got a 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot built in, so if the kids in the back need to be connected, they can absolutely do that. And if I go over here, we can see our HD surround vision camera system. You can see I'm actually looking at an above view right here. And these yellow dots correspond with what we're looking at. So right now I'm looking at the front. If I tap this again, you're going to see now I'm looking at the rear. We've got a overhead view of the front, overhead view of the back. We've got our, what I call the curb hunter cameras. So if you're going to pull this thing close to a curb, parallel park, make sure you're not scratching up those nice black 22s. So that camera comes in handy there. You've also got your trailer hitch cam. And then this camera, if you have it connected, it can actually see through the trailer that you're towing. Kind of hard to explain. I'll have to link a video down below that shows you how that works from General Motors. I'm going to go back home. You do have your My GMC account. You can log into that. You can use your climate control system all through the touch screen now. I'm not a big fan. I just, like I said, I'm still kind of a little old school. I like to just twist a knob. I'm very happy that they didn't get rid of all the physical buttons. Your climate control system is right down there. I'll show you that in just a second. You have the trailering mode here, which is pretty cool. It goes through a checklist to make sure that you check off all the boxes before you take your trailer out. You can set up multiple trailers if you pull different items. Really cool if you are someone who trailers quite a bit. Here's a quick look at your navigation screen and how it displays. Very, very, very clean image. It will, I'm in a parking lot, so it's like, what are you doing? But once you get on the road, it will pull back and give you kind of that overshot view of where you're headed. So really, really intuitive system. Looks awesome. And once again, you can use this in the heads-up display or the gauge cluster if you like. Down below, here are your analog climate controls and your audio controls. You have heated seats and AC seats, and your rear climate control settings as well. If we open this up, you can see you've got your wireless charging dock. Really glad they did this. So the wireless charging dock used to be up here, but people would hit the gas or hit the brake, and your phone, even though you have this little ledge here, the phone would go sliding off, end up in the back seat somewhere. GM realized that and moved it down here. I'm happy about it. So if you have any new phone, you can just drop the phone down there. She'll charge and off you go. Right here, we've got a power outlet. We've got a USB-C and a USB port. Cup holders. Once again, just really nice, smooth design. Everything looks really, really good in here. I'm going to try and give you like this overhead view if I can, and the camera does not come with the truck. We've got a big console inside. USB, USB-C, SD card slot, little organizer tray, place to keep junk. If you're anything like me, that's probably what will be there. Over on the right side, you do have a glove box. I don't think I need to climb over there and show you. I think we all know what a glove box looks like. And just this wood grain trim with the aluminum and the black leather and the cross stitching. Like I said, huge, huge fan. Up above us, you do have, and I'm surprised I should have showed you this in the back, but you do have your big panoramic roof now. We can actually slide that back so you can see just how big this thing is. Huge. Thank you, GM, for finally giving us panoramic moonroof. Programmable garage door openers here. The controls for the liftgate, you can fold the seats from up here. Of course, your panoramic roof controls, LED interior lighting, OnStar. Buttons have moved from the mirror to overhead. And you've also got a full HD adjustable rear view mirror now. I actually like to zoom this thing all the way out. You can actually see across a 3-lane highway with that zoomed all the way out. So instead of what you would normally see, which is that, you can leave this on all the time and you get a nice HD display there looking behind you as opposed to that old school mirror. And that, my friends, is sort of the quick rundown of this thing. I didn't mention, I always forget, it's always the last thing that I mention. This thing does have independent rear suspension now. Gives you more room in the back for your passengers, and it also increases the handling of the vehicle by quite a bit. Let me pop the headlights on so you guys can take a peek at that. If this video helped you at all, please consider supporting this channel by hitting that like button and subscribing. This is on my other channel. I also have the dealership channel. Make sure you check that out, Martys Buick GMC. As always, I thank everybody for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you on the next video. I'm out of here. Take care.